So good morning. For me, it's good morning. For others, it could be this good afternoon or good evening. Happy to be here again. To begin properly, I ask you to please close your eyes for a moment. Just feeling the gentle breath within, with eyes closed. Om Sahana Bhavantu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavai, Tejasvi Namaditamastu, Madhivishavai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I bow to God, I bow to my Gurudev, Baba Hari Harananda Ji, I bow to my Guruji, Paramahansa Pegadananda Ji, I bow to all the masters of our lineage, saints and sages of all religions throughout time. And today I bow to the divine in each one of you. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. So, hello again. Nice to be with you all, especially at this time. This is a very special time. For most people, school is finished, work is tying up, getting ready. We have Christmas coming, New Year's is coming soon. So surely it's a time of reflection, but I thought about a reflection in a bit of a different way. The purpose of all of this, everything that we're doing, this journey we are doing. Om Asato Masagamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityormamritam Gamaya. O Lord, take us from falsehood to truth. Take us from darkness to light. Take us from death to immortality in you. Om, Om, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. I gave the topic today from a Sufi mystic, Rumi. Many of you know. What you seek is seeking you. So I was contemplating this sloka that I just said. When you think of it, this sloka should be very evident, and yet there are some subtleties in it for us to look into. If we are asking to go from falsehood to truth, and we're asking how to go from darkness to light and from death to immortality, then surely we feel that where we are right now, the way things stand, is not perfect. It's not correct. There's a dissatisfaction in the air with our current state, each individual. And at the same time, there's a belief in the perfect. You wonder how that can be. If this is not perfect, if we look and we are surrounded by falsehood, how can there be truth? And yet, we believe that there is truth. So this implies a journey, a search for something that somehow instinctively we know is there. There is a higher state. We feel that. We come to the spiritual path because we feel that. Usually we come to the spiritual path after years of being absorbed into the world until we reach a certain point where we are not satisfied. And we think, oh, there must be something more because I feel there's something more. I feel that I am something more. The other thing to contemplate here, I was thinking anyway, it says, lead us from death to immortality. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from false. This implies another. There is me, and there is a second character in this. I believe it's a higher force, but at this point I'm saying I don't really see this as same as me. This is separate. My point is, we are asking to be taken, to be led, to go from this state, which we think is imperfect, to a state which we think is perfect. And we are asking this of perfection. And we surely feel at this point that that same perfection is not within us. That's outside. We are asking, lead us to this state. It makes one think of the puzzle that is this life. We talk so much about yoga being union, right? This is what it is. Yoga is union. But if there is union, then that implies two, doesn't it? If there is union, then that implies two. As long as our perception is such that we are separate from this. Still, we are trying to work our way through this puzzle. And we remember the words of our gurus. They're saying from the Upanishads that God is hiding inside every human being. He is hiding there. He is hiding there. Sometimes Gurudev would even say, oh, God is playing hide and seek. If God is playing hide and seek, so this great drama we are in has a definite objective. And we begin to ponder this objective first through analyzing this puzzle of going from one state to another and being in communication with a higher force. Surely we don't feel, as Lord Jesus would say, we think of him at this phase, Lord Jesus would say, I and my Father are one, and always have been one. We don't feel that. And yet, there is some voice inside that says, that makes mistake. That makes sense. There is a mistake there. The mistake is when I feel that I am not one. So I must seek union. What Rumi is saying here, what you seek is seeking you. I think this is so beautiful. Because we're seeking something. And he or she, this force is also looking for us. It's like when we are young. We have a mother, and the mother takes us out when we're a little child. She's holding our hand. She's taking us here and there. She takes us to the supermarket. She takes us shopping and down the street, but she holds our hand nicely, so we feel always safe. As long as she's holding us, then that's fine. But the danger comes when she takes us to a circus. She takes us to a zoo or to a circus where there's so much attraction. And we are holding her hand, but we are so absorbed by the colors and the lights and the activities and the music. And if we are at the circus, we may forget about her. We may let go, and we are attracted to everything. We're attracted to everything. So we go in search of this, in search of that, listening to the music, seeing the lights, even running, trying different things. Until eventually, and many of us have had that experience, eventually in real life, eventually we stopped and we realized that we were lost. And where is mom? She's not here. She's not holding my hand anymore. Oh, so we become so unhappy. And we look for her and look for her. And maybe we start to cry when we're a little child. We look for her. But has she forgotten us? No, not for a moment. Not for a moment. She's always watching, even from a distance. Or she'll know how to get in contact with the guard and say, get him, find him. He let go of my hand, we got distracted. So this is our life. This is our life. She's always searching for us. The divine is always searching for us because we are dear to him. We are dear, more dear than a real mother with a child. We are more dear. And the hand is always there reaching out. And it's up to us to turn and say, yes, this is what I want. Show me the path. Show me how to find you. Show me how to be with you always. And in practicing Kriya, and we learn Kriya, this love came to us at the moment of initiation. At the moment of initiation. The touch of the Guru, the connection with this lineage was a promise. It was a promise to each one of us, even if we were in our baby steps. It was a promise to each one that success is there, that God is there, always watching, always taking care. In every breath, when we feel lost in life, you hear sometimes people say, oh, I think God has forgotten me. How could that be? How could that be? If he is in our very breath. Kabir says, oh, Sadhu, God is the very breath of your breath. So he's there. He was always there. Always there. And we have forgotten. So how do we approach this? How do we find that which has been seeking us all the time? You know, I've been thinking a lot of Gurudev lately. And you would know that he would find God in everything. Surely he was a master of the scripture. He was studying all the scripture. He would quote from Upanishads and Vedas. He would quote from the Bible. We all know that. But he also used British literature, anything. Because if God is searching for us, and if God is everywhere and in everything, that he's searching for us all the time, in everything, in a piece of music that we hear, in a work of art that we see, in a piece of poetry. He's talking, he's showing, he says, I'm here. You're never alone. Many of you remember the poem from Alexander Pope, the essay on man. Gurudev would quote it regularly, saying, know then thyself. Know thyself. Presume not God to scan. The proper study of mankind is man. So we are to look inside. I'll continue the poem if you just give me a moment here. Placed on this isthmus of a middle state, a being darkly wise and rudely great, this is us, human being, with too much knowledge for the skeptic side, with too much weakness for the stoic's pride. He hangs between, we hang between, in doubt to act or rest, in doubt to deem himself a god or a beast. And it goes on. I won't read the rest, but I recommend you get that. Baba loved this poem from British literature. From British literature. God is talking all the time. God is showing us all the time. One of my favorite poems, if you ever read Walt Whitman, there's a beautiful poem called A Passage to India. And the whole time he's talking about the passage of the soul, not physical passage to a place, India. He's talking of the journey of the soul to what India represents, this deep study, the philosophy, the understanding of self. Read that. Read that. See if it doesn't ring true for you as well. As we develop, as we grow in our practice, we find that how we are growing in consciousness. Gurudev many times would say that it's like an onion, and slowly he would say the lips they would come away of the onion, and we would go deeper and deeper, deeper in understanding, deeper in consciousness. This is why we practice. This is why we practice. That which you seek is seeking you. Constantly. In everything. In everything. And once you know, you cannot unknow. You cannot unknow. And where do you begin? Once we feel that we are lost and we need to adjust our path, that's when we take up a practice. We've taken up Kriya. We are blessed to do so. It's a blessing. But in any moment of life, even I hear down here, people being initiated, they say, oh, I don't have so much time to practice. I don't have that, but then maybe on the weekend, or maybe once I get a little vacation time, then I will, or the excuses come, as all of us. Kabir also says, wherever you are is the entry point. I'll repeat that to you. Wherever you are is the entry point. That's the point of entry into this journey. Wherever you are, whatever conditions you have, whatever your situation is, whatever your economic situation is, your health situation is, your family situation is, no matter, that exactly is the right condition for you to take up your path. At this moment. This is exactly the right moment. This idea of waiting for what? Time is going. Time is going. Each minute is gone. Each hour is gone. Each year is gone. When I was in Miami in May, I had some nice conversations with my friend Matthew Baba. You know him well. And he reminded me of another phrase of Gurudev. Bloom where you are planted. In other words, you should blossom where you are. Wherever you are. Forget the past. It's gone. But where you are is the right moment for you as this flower to blossom if you focus. Don't wait. Don't think, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Later will be better. No, this is the right condition. It's exactly the right moment. Blossom now. Blossom now. As of now, the same divinity that we seek outside is also within. If he is seeking us at the same time and he is within, so it's a question of creating the right environment within so that this divinity can manifest itself. And then God manifests himself within. We're not talking about the big visions and the miracles and all these things. We're talking of perception. We're talking of consciousness. We're talking awareness of yourself, of life. To know that divinity is outside in every plant, in every insect, in every animal, in every person. I remember sometimes Gurudev would say, when you look at yourself in the mirror, do you see the face of God? No, well, you should. This is the face of God. This is the face of God. So in other words, if yours is face of God, every face that you see is a unique expression of the divine. Can we go through life like that? That which you are seeking is seeking you. Not necessarily in an ashram or in a church or in a cathedral or in a synagogue, in everything. He's seeking you. Each one of you who are listening, he's seeking me. I have to remind myself of that. When we feel sad, when we feel weak, when we feel we haven't accomplished something, we waste so much time. We waste so much time. So then we should dust ourselves up, stand up again, and continue. And continue. These are exactly the conditions that we need for a new beginning. For a new beginning. Even now. On the 23rd of December, this new moon. Shouldn't we plant seeds at that time to blossom in the future? Shouldn't we? Why not? Why not? Whatever we have achieved up to this point is one thing. But to start anew, to start fresh, to start with hope, to face every day with a smile, and plant the right seeds for the new year that's coming, for the rest of the life that's coming. This is our purpose. This is why we are here. Not to waste any time. Truth is our birthright. Light is our birthright. Immortality is our birthright. We say yoga is union. The truth is it is reunion. Reunion. It's not for the first time. Isn't it? Not for the first time. It is reunion with that divinity which is within. If you think of how fortunate we are, all of us, we are fortunate to be in this lifetime as individuals who are aware that we should be doing something exactly to create this inner environment. We are aware of that. We are aware of that. Look around you. So many have no awareness. So many are taken up with the falsehood or the darkness. And their fate is death for this life. But we are practicing. We are practicing. And more than that, we have the care, the loving care of God and Gurus. So the struggle is through different levels of our consciousness until we understand what Rumi is trying to tell us. Study the Sufis. Study the Taoists. Study all of them. God is talking throughout the whole universe. And on planet, he's talking through every culture and every country and every language in every way. He's saying, here, listen. That is the one truth. All is one. God is one. Just as Gurudev showed us, we should find him in different poetry and all. God is speaking through the poet. God is speaking through the different religions. So we avoid attachment, we avoid fanaticism, and think only of God. And what is that force of the mother who's holding our hand? It's the force of love. Yogananda would say that God is only moved through love. So whatever you do, in any situation, if at least you could remember that, to do it with love, to do it with love. Even if the results don't come out okay, at least you planted a good seed. You planted a good seed. And when you practice a Kriya technique, know that this is a journey of love. Every meditation is a small pilgrimage towards the beloved. We have here sometimes, when we do initiations, people look at these and they say, how can I remember all that? So many things. I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to breathe like this. I say, you're not looking at it the right way. This is a small journey towards the beloved. If I would give you a map and tell you how to find the one you love best, you will go running. You will go running. And this is how our practice should be. This is how our practice should be. Not a question of step 1, step 2, step 3, but a question of our intent. Because we are running towards that, which is also running towards us. And the embrace of the two, this joining of love, this is joining in oneness, not two. Not two. This is what Rumi is trying to say. That's why it's so nice to be at this moment with all of you, to be here at this moment of the year. We've made it this far with all the ups and downs of things and the pandemics and economic and political upheavals and all of this. And those of you who are in the States, let me tell you, it's the same down here, all the same kind of problems. And if you are in Europe or you're in India, you have all the same kind of problems. So humanity is going through this. And as it gets shaken up, we also get shaken up, but we have something to hold on to. We have something to hold on to. And that which we are holding on to is holding on to us. There you go, Rumi. Is holding on to us. And say, I will not let go. Do you remember how Baba would say, hold fast to me and I will take you across the worldly ocean. Hold fast to me and I will take you across the worldly ocean. Don't be afraid. Hold on. Do your part. Believe, trust. Be confident. Be confident. Right? The difference between the monkey baby and the kitten, the monkey baby holds on, digs her nails deep inside the mother as the mother monkey jumps from tree to tree. But the little monkey's holding on, squealing, shrieking, digging the nails in the mother. She's confident, but not so much. She believes more in her own force that she won't fall. But the kitten is waiting, knowing that mother will come to her, pick her up by the scruff of the neck, through the teeth, and carry the kitten to the next place. She's confident. She's confident. So we may start out as monkey babies. And in time, slowly, we learn to be like the kitten, confident that mother loves us most and she will take care of us. And wherever she takes us is the right place. Whatever she does with us is the right thing. So we should do our part and practice nicely, daily, regularly, sincerely. So we should not forget that every single breath is precious. As long as the Supreme Almighty Lord is breathing in us, then this life has purpose and our success is guaranteed. So think of that at this time. Think of that. It's a happy day today. I thought if someone would have any questions, I'd leave some space for questions if you have. And I can answer some questions too, if you'd like, before our little general meditation. Let me put it down on the chat below. I can't see if you raise your hand, so you'll have to write it on the chat. I'm far away, down in South America. You're all gathering things for your families. Oh, Jagadish Brahma's questions, how to love God. The first part, Baba, is to understand the premise. To love God, we start with the duality. We start with the duality. I am here and he is there. This is the beginning. I love you. And in time, we see that the connection is deeper than that. Deeper than that. First is to begin to perceive, to start your day, and let's be practical. Start your day. Thanking the divine, starting with gratitude. Oh God, you're so kind, you've given me one more day. Let this day be an offering to you. I offer this to you. I love you. I'm your son. I'm trying my best. I stumble and fall regularly, but I'm doing my best. So we start the day in devotion, Before you get up and go to work and take care of all of your things, start with devotion. You'll be meditating regularly and try to perceive him in the breath. Try to perceive him in the breath all during the day. And Gurudev would always say, you should love God in every breath. Love him in every breath. Oh, my Lord, you are breathing in me. You are breathing in me. If you are breathing in me, then you believe in me. If you are breathing in me, then you are calling me to you. What is love? Love is the real connection. If you think about the stories, the different perception, the divine, you recall the story of Hanuman. When Hanuman first came to Lord Rama, he knew that Rama was his guru. Rama knew who Hanuman was. But Rama, to test with him in a playful way, Rama said to him, who are you? So Hanuman said, when I believe I am the body, then I am your disciple. I am here to serve you. But when I believe that I am the soul, then I am a part of you. But when I come to know that I am absolute consciousness, then I and you are one. This is the ultimate union. This little story shows the progress of the disciple with Guru, disciple with the divine. It starts still with some separation, and we show our devotion, but through service and love. Service and love constantly, and then deeper. And then you are part of him. And finally, at the end, you are all one. How to see God in every moment? Good question. Because it's nice we're sitting here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, How can you see God when things are tough? How can you see God when things are tough? When a hurricane comes, you know there'll be destruction. We can focus on the destruction as if it's the end of the story. But then we have to see beyond that destruction and think of what is the purpose of this. Just the other day, I was talking with a friend who's very, very Christian, very Christian. And he said, all the horrible things that are happening, everything is so bad, everything is so bad. And I said, don't you believe in Jesus? So, oh, yes, I believe in Jesus. So what happened in the crucifixion? Oh, terrible, terrible. Jesus suffered, was tortured, was there, bleeding. And then I said, but was that the end of the story? He said, no. There is the resurrection. When we are horrified, when we are worried, our vision stops at a point. If my vision of Jesus was only that one on the cross, that level of suffering, even still, it was beautiful. As he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But is that where the story ends? No. Past that is the resurrection. Jesus coming back and say, you see, that wasn't the last scene. That wasn't the last scene. So when we try to see God in everything, always look beyond what is the apparent. Always look beyond what is apparent. The difficulty we feel most, we feel financial difficulty, we feel relationship difficulty, we feel health difficulty. Oh my God, these things we feel very much. And then we should ask ourselves, but what is behind that? There is another story coming. There's another chapter to our life that's coming. When we believe that the existence of God is only through love, God brings us everything only through love. That's the force. Then we know that beyond the apparent is more. Just like when we look at ourselves. Many times we look at ourselves, we see so many faults, so many things wrong. Oh my God, I have a list of all the things I do wrong. What's the solution to that? Should I stop and say, I'm a miserable person, forget it? Or should I say, no, there are things to work on because really, in essence, I am divine. They say I'm divine in essence. Let me see. So let me begin to discard, let me begin to change, let me begin to get rid of all this stuff so that I can create this environment so the divine within me can manifest. It's constant work. It's regular work. It's not just going to sitting in a church and saying a couple of prayers and finished. It's every moment. Every moment. Your Kriya, always remember what Patanjali said, Tapaha, Svadhyaya, Ishvara Paridanani Kriya Yoga. So use those three in everything. Tapaha, discipline. Discipline. Organize your day. Organize your life in a good way. And your practice. Regularly practice. Do your studies. Discipline. Anything we've ever wanted in life of value came through discipline, right? So bring discipline into it. Svadhyaya, self-study. Who am I? And what am I doing? What am I doing that is helping me progress? And what am I doing that's holding me back? Ask yourself and change. Gurudev would ask, he would say, what is your change? This you should ask yourself. What is my change? I should look at it. I should change more. I should get rid of this, etc. That's Svadhyaya. But the third one, probably the most important, Ishvara Pranidhanam. This is your surrender. This is your love and devotion to the divine in the universe. So if everything you do at home, at work, anything, if it has these three components, this discipline, self-study, and love, then your success is ensured. Behind that, you have the promise of gurus. They're always watching. We're all children of Babaji, aren't we? Each one of us. How can we fail? How can we fail? So that's where we'll find love. Oh, somebody wrote here, Baba, Jesus forgave his enemies, and this is what he wants us to do, but this is so difficult to do. Yes, sure it is. Sure it is. But what is difficult, the part of us which is difficult to get to that point is our ego. You know, people who say, I forgive, but I won't forget. Well, isn't that's foolishness. How can you say you forgive, but you won't forget? That means you're still holding on to something, and when the moment's right, boom. No, we're greater than that. How would you like to be known? How would you like to be known? At the end of this life, because this life, this chapter of our existence will one day end. How would you like to be remembered? Just ask yourself sometimes. As someone who's compassionate, someone who's forgiving, someone who worked hard to eliminate their flaws. They didn't give up. They tripped and fell and got up again, and they tripped and they got up again. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes and falling. Gurudev would always say, mistake is not for mistake. Mistake is for correction. We make a mistake, we get up and correct it, go forward. So this is also showing love to who we really are. We really are something more noble. Not the ego, but there's a noble part in every human being. And we should believe in that. We should believe in that. We should have faith in that, because that is the divinity within. And then you'll begin to know love. Then you begin to feel what love is. Love is the forgiveness and compassion. This is love. The fact is, the whole universe is made of love. The whole universe is made of this love. Every atom, every molecule, they come together. This kind of love. It's all his design, his marvelous design. And we are part of that. Have you thought about that? We are part of that. And if you don't feel like you're part of that, practice more. Practice more. Practice daily, regularly, sincerely. This is important. But then practice it. Now, I'm not saying just practice the technique, that daily, regularly, sincerely, but then practice Kriya and Ya, perceiving Kriya and Ya, perceiving that everything that is done, he is doing. He is doing everything. Kriya and Ya. Let's see, another. Yeah. How to love. Oh, Baba, this is what I'm saying. And when you practice, remember, you are going towards your beloved. You are going towards your beloved. This is when you sit to practice, we practice Kriya. If you are a Kriyaban, which I know you are, then you sit and you practice Kriya. This is a journey to the beloved. This is not just some techniques. You are going within, going within, going within, to the center, to the silence, to the quiet, through love. This is what our practice is. This is what our practice is. And it is so special. It is so special. Well, time is going, I see here, and we should do a small meditation, a general meditation, shall we? If you still have a few moments, I'm going to ask you all, please close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And focus on that breath. Just focus on the breath. Oh my God, you are in this very breath. Gurudev would say, your breath is my presence. You feel the gurus? You feel Guruji? Guruji is in your breath. You feel Yogananda? Yogananda is in your breath. Lahiri Baba. They are in your very breath. You are so precious to them. This lineage initiated you. You are deeply precious to them. And they are the loving mother who's holding on to us. Focus on that within the breath, please. Just gently focusing on the breath, using your mind to focus on the breath. Now take a slow, long, deep inhalation. And slow, long, deep exhalation. Inhaling slow, long, deep. Exhaling the same, slow, long, deep. Continue. Inhalations, exhalations in this manner. All your focus, 100% focus. Forget the past, forget the future. There's only this moment. There's only this breath, each one. Slow, long, deep. Slow, long, deep. Inhaling, exhaling. Now take a slow, long, deep inhalation. Inhale, hold, and lean forward, bowing. Exhale, normal conscious breathing. Continue in this position, gentle breathing, gentle breathing. Dhyanamoolam Guru Murti, Pujamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Guru Vakyam, Okshamulam Guru Kupa, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devu Maheshwaraha, Guru Saksha Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Guru is the root of our practice, of our mantra, of our liberation. He is the root of that. The human guru is sent by God, the real guru. This is our connection. This is the mother that is holding our hand so we don't get lost. This is the loving mother who's always watching out. Be confident. Renew your courage. Mother is there. She's teaching us so we could walk firmly on our own 2 feet. And she's guiding and watching. And she's happy with our progress. Feel that. Whatever we have accomplished, she's happy with that. Now we could do more. We could do more than that. Oh God, oh Gurus. Take a slow, long, deep inhalation. Hold, slowly sit up straight. Exhale. Focus on the point between the eyebrows, please. And when we inhale love. And exhale peace all throughout the universe. Inhaling love. Exhaling peace. Inhaling and exhaling in this manner with pure focus. Focus on love. Focus on peace. God is love. God is peace. We take this moment just to be with Him, just to be with Divine Mother. He, she, all one. Oh God, I'm your child. You are with me in every moment. I have never been alone. Ever. Not for 1 second. Continue like this. Go deep into the silence. I'll be quiet for a moment. Just meditate a bit. Even the turbulent waters of the surface, we're diving deep, deep into the silence, deep into the stillness. The divine resides. Gentle, gentle, gentle breath. Deeper perception. Oh my God, I am your child. Om Sarvam Kapitam Brahma. Everything that exists is Brahma. Attvamasi. You are that. Aham Brahmasmi. You are Brahma. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace and harmony in our hearts, in our families. Peace and harmony in our countries, of all humanity. Let all be in peace. Peace, love, and harmony in the natural world, in the forests, the oceans, the mountains, all the creatures within. And peace and harmony all throughout the universe. We're all children of the same Father. And today, at this auspicious time, a few days before Christmas, I bow to the divine in each and every one of you and wish for you peace and prosperity. Wish for you deeper sadhana. Wish for you the planting of seeds that will bear good fruit in the coming years. My humble thanks for the opportunity to serve. I bow to you all. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Jai Guru. That which you seek is seeking you. Don't forget. That which you seek is seeking you. He knows you through and through. She knows what you need. Thank you all.